Hello friends, till now we have discussed about contingency models of leadership, including Fiedler's model of leadership, path goal theory of leadership and leader participation model of leadership. Today I will talk about the contemporary theories of leadership which focus the current times based on the emerging markets, economic crisis or situation or meltdowns, and how different leadership styles, new leadership styles are very much dominant and surpassing all the competitions in a very effective manner. So, let us start with the contemporary models of leadership and how to define it. So, these contemporary leadership style helps to changing circumstances of the current world. That means, there is so much of flexibility in these models that we can not only focus on the one aspect, but we can handle or cover so many aspects of the organizations while focusing on the effectiveness and efficiency of the followers. So, this approach to leadership is also known as the neo-charismatic theory. Neo-charismatic theory here means that every manager is in itself a leader, only mentoring and coaching is required to highlight those traits, and every leader or every member who is considered as a leader, inborn leader, has some qualities or traits which people tend to recognize and they follow to certain extent. So, that is why contemporary models of leadership are also known as a neo-charismatic theory of leadership and relates to three aspects, that is the rapid change, which we have already discussed about the rapid changes in the market position in the global economy, which changes from time to time so fast that every time the leader requires to adopt new styles to new changing patterns of situations, technological innovations. For instance, if we talk about leader participation model and how Victor and Yeton has identified a new computer program to understand decision tree. Similarly, in this era of technological advancements, how technology is dominating the workforce, under such circumstances what kind of leadership is required, which is very much novel in its own way, and increased globalization. When the globe is becoming small, when we are approaching every kind of workforce, then how and what kind of different kind of leadership style is required to cope up with the situation. Although in traditional leadership approaches, it is completely based on influence and interaction, to what extent a particular leader can influence the members and then encourage them to perform the task. But when we are talking about the contemporary models of leadership, then the approach is new in form of the new leadership styles actually focus on the complex dynamics of interactions and situations. People are not important in that way, but what kind of interactions are happening in what type of situations, then it becomes a different scene when we talk about the contemporary models of leadership. That means, initially it was influence and interaction. Influence here means influencing a person or the group member. Here in contemporary models of leadership, the dynamics of the interactions and situation is very important, because situation is changing rapidly, there are more technological advancements and there is increased globalization. So, what it is like to be a contemporary leader, that means who is a contemporary leader, how to define it. So, a contemporary leader is a leader who uses personal influence to develop and inspire people to achieve organizational goals and make a difference. Influence is definitely there, but there is no training, there is no coaching, there is no mentoring. But yes, an individual's own persona can be influential to inspire the followers. Now, this influence, according to contemporary models of leadership, every member has some kind of influence which can be used to inspire each other. That is the idea of contemporary leadership. So, that there is an influence to develop and inspire people to achieve organizational goals and make difference in the community. That contrasts sharply with the characteristics of a traditional leader. That means, the group will identify only one leader in traditional approaches, but in neo-charismatic theory of leadership, every member has some influence and every member has the trait to become a leader. So, contemporary leaders believe that leadership skills are present in every individual. Hence, this theory consists of leadership training and development. That means developing certain skills in a way that a person can identify, understand his own traits and how to use that trait as an influence to influence other members of the organization. Contemporary leaders can react to different situations in the changing environment. That means every member who is considered as a leader in itself has complete scope to understand and handle situation from his or her own perspectives, because environment is changing rapidly and competition is also increasing. So, considering one's own individual traits, innate traits and considering one's own skills, knowledge, skills and abilities, when combined all together on an individual's own, then it can help a person to understand the situation and perform the task in its own way and coping with the changing environment. The other is that contemporary leadership brings something new to the table based on collaborative workplace approach. That means in traditional approaches there was some kind of hierarchy, some authority was existing even on top of the leader. But when we are talking about contemporary theories of leadership, then there is no hierarchy among the members and members are free to voice their opinions, proposals and ideas on the table in a collaborative manner. That means the approachability is very broad. Any member can approach any system, any authority, any person in a very free manner. So, there is more freedom in this kind of leadership models. That means that they can enhance their creativity, innovation through brainstorming while collaborating with the other members of the organizations. The other is that organizations defined by contemporary leadership have no real hierarchy. Of course, structure exists, but teams are encouraged to work together. When there is no hierarchy, then people are free to approach at any level and bring and voice their opinions in a very free manner. So, this is the design of a contemporary models of leadership, where these traits or characteristics or features exist and then different kind of leadership or new charismatic leadership styles have been identified. The other feature is that contemporary leadership is underpinned by trust, hence roles and responsibilities evolve and adapt in response to business needs. That means when there is no hierarchy, then people are approaching to each other, and when they are approaching to the other members of the organization, then they are developing a trust, mutual trust among each other, which helps them to evolve and adapt to new changing scenarios. Since we have already discussed, if I go to the previous slide, that new business needs are rapid change, technological advancement or innovations and increased globalization. If mutual trust is existing among members, then the business new or novel business needs can be easily met by the members and compete with the other organizations. So, a contemporary leader is open minded and they value unique insights and encourage diverse perspectives. Now, here diverse perspectives also talk about diversity and inclusion. When there are no barriers to define the leadership styles, then actually it also encourages diverse insights, different perspectives from different backgrounds, LGBTQ, gender, age, all these kind of factors are being easily merged in such kind of new environments, and any person can take the leading position to understand the situation and cope up with the rapid changing situations. So, here the unique insights and diverse perspectives relate to diversity and inclusion as well. The other is that contemporary leaders make strategies based on the team's best ideas and they consider problem solving as a team effort. That means the team or the group is not focusing to find out any specific expertise from the external sources. They would prefer to highlight the expertise of their own group members and how it can be used to solve any problem or conflict in that particular situation. So, that means they have their own competency models to enhance their strategies, to formulate their own strategies, policies and procedures, and how the problem can be resolved. So, here knowledge, skills and abilities as a perspective is common to every member. The other is that contemporary leaders do not distinguish, they treat everyone equally as peers. Here employee feedback is immediate, criticism is constructive and employee recognition is timely. That means when there is no hierarchy and people can approach any time to any member of the group or organization, then there is more chances that people are more constructive to receive the criticism, although the nature of the criticism is also constructive. The feedback is immediate, that means there is more sharing of the information based on feedback, and employees are being recognized whenever they have performed well on a particular task. That means effectiveness and efficiency are being rewarded to every member because there is no hierarchy. Everybody is treated as equal. So, everybody has equal status in the organization. So, everybody has approachability, they can approach for feedback, they can approach or they can receive criticism and feel recognized at the same time. Contemporary leaders are generous, they share knowledge and experiences for the team's greater good and development. Since there is no hierarchy, there is no barrier in communication, then there is more generosity from every member, that knowledge sharing is very wide. That means people avoid withholding certain information from the other people just to compete with each other, rather they prefer to share information so that members all together can compete at global level and face the competition. And the other is that these leaders provide personalized mentoring and coaching and focus on employee empowerment and continuous improvement. Now, personalized mentoring and coaching means that highlighting an individual's knowledge, skills and abilities, using those knowledge, skills and abilities in a very open manner or with open mindedness, and enhance those abilities through mentoring and coaching. That means in-house or out-house training or on-the-job training is being fostered, so that people or members are connected to experienced employee because there is no hierarchy, and people feel empowered because when they are enhancing their knowledge, skills and abilities while connecting or establishing network with higher authorities as well, then they feel empowered and there is a sense of continuous improvement and contribution. Next come approaches to contemporary leadership. This we can discuss in the next video. Thank you so much.